Oh, Alex, you came up on the call. Yeah, you're
Which
like, oh,
call?
you just came up on my go-to-market meeting. Ray was there with us, and the customer was saying, "Hey, do you have any Spanish-speaking consultants over at Improvify?" I said,
Wow,
matter of fact, we do.
you did.
Alex will be at your beck and call.
That's right. That's awesome.
So, welcome everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or wherever the heck you are. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just glad to have you here. This is, I've got to be honest with you. This is the most exciting part of my week. I love doing live ad hoc insider training with everybody that trusts us and loves us. And you guys are our clients, and we're here to support you and your sales team. This is what makes my job a lot more fun because I don't get the opportunity to get up on stages like I used to as much. So this is my little 20-minute stage that I get to bring hopefully some great value to you and help you out. So let me get the slideshow open and then we'll discuss what we're talking about today on the insider training session. So Alex, give me a thumbs up if you can see insider training.
Yes.
Cool. For those of you that are just joining us, I see some new faces. Welcome. This is good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the training that we do every Wednesday at 11 o'clock. I record it. I allow you at the end to open up your Q&As and we can just all talk as an open group. It's neat because sometimes we'll have flooring guys learning from roofing guys and air conditioning guys learning from generator guys. Like anybody in here, it's just free, and feel free to throw tomatoes at me and we'll do an open Q&A at the end of this. So today's training is on role playing unsecured and secured loan solutions for your team on your weekly meetings. What do you mean, Chris? Chris Britt's going, what are you talking about, man? We don't have meetings over here. My guys don't train. Yeah, they do. Hall Roofing trains. Scott Bell is here with us. He is a consultant and a national trainer. He's worked with the great Jay Abraham. You guys, come on. If you ain't practicing, we're talking about practice. He's talking about practice. Of course you're practicing because you're professionals. And this is what we do for a living, and we're all in sales or consulting of some sort. Do you know who isn't practicing? This is the interesting. You know who's not practicing? Yes, your competitors. No, the homeowners. Your homeowners aren't practicing. They're just sitting there going about their lives, figuring out how they're going to pay their bills and get their kids to school on time and poison their husbands with this stuff. They're not practicing. They're not sitting at home practicing how to rebut, how to practice the perfect objection and obstacle. Oh, you, however, have the ability and all the tools here at our company and so many other great companies out there to arm your sales pros how to sell better, how to handle objections and obstacles. That's what we're doing here today. I've built a system and a process and I'm going to send it to you because you all came here today. We're going to get you the PDF that I've created for your role playing scenarios for unsecured and secured. Now, we're not going to go through all of them. I'm going to show it to you and I'm going to send it to you so you can kind of dig into it and see, oh, I see the framework of this, but that's what we're going to go about in this meeting. So, anyway, this is the great Malcolm Gladwell. I've got all of his books. Have I read them all? No, because he's not the easiest read. But he says practice isn't the thing that you do once. You're good. The thing that you do that makes you good. Practice. So that's what we're here today, talking about how we can build role playing into your sales training on a weekly basis, how we can talk about unsecured and secured at the point of sale. I'm going to answer any particular questions at the end of this that you have on unsecured and secured. So if you have any, as we go through this quick presentation here today, jot them down. Let's have a nice open conversation at the end about that, how you implement role play into your sales training. What are the best practices, effective? And then in the document that I'm going to send you, we've gamified it. Now, gamification came out about 2 or 3 years ago, and it was kind of a really big thing. I don't hear people talking about it that much. But if we can make it fun and entertaining for your sales pros in your team. And you can have 2 guys and you can have 15 guys. It doesn't matter. And I say guys, I'm talking gals too. Okay, this is not a sexist thing. Your team, your sales pros, have them have fun. Because I'll tell you what everybody hates to do: role play. It's like relay races when I was in 3rd grade. Man, when I found out that I had to do a relay race, I'd start sweating. I'd get nervous. I'd get the butterflies, and it wasn't fun. But if we can make it fun for your team during your sales meetings to role play, man, then they're having fun. They're looking forward to it. Don't bash them over the head. So that's what we're going to talk about here today in this short training. Why is it critical? Well, it's going to enhance their confidence. And we as sales professionals don't ever want to walk into a sales meeting at a person's house like this. We slouch, we roll our shoulders in, our peacock feathers are hidden behind us. Heck, 90% of the sale is confidence and energy. Now, I'm not talking exuberant Chris Scoville jumping out of his chair energy. I'm talking they're a pro. They know what they're doing. They're confident about the pitch. They're ready for their obstacles and objections. And they can roll, the more they role play, the more confident they're going to be. So, improves communications, sharpen product knowledge on unsecured and secured lending. Because the customers, when presented these solutions, are going to have questions. And if your sales team isn't ready to handle those questions, what happens to the confidence and the credibility? Deal done. We can lose credibility at the point of sale, but it's okay because we have a deal desk over at Improveify to help them pick that confidence up. Great question, Mr. Smith. I have no idea. Let me go find somebody that can get you that answer. Say it confidently. Uncovers weaknesses, identify the gaps in handling objections. That's why we gamify it and we role play so we can help correct situations that we're hearing in our training. People are coming in here in chat. Let me see if somebody is. Charlie, don't role play. Okay. I love the smell of role play in the morning. You guys are funny. All right, cool, good. So boost closing rates, practice leads to mastery and better results. Come on. We read this in all the different sales books. Heck, you could probably go on Facebook right now and see some guru talking about it. So let's understand better secured lending. Let's understand unsecured lending. I'll cover just some of the topics that may come up. Unsecured lending is attached to Chris Scoville, my credit score and my ability to repay, which we call a debt to income. I can take that debt with me to the next house that I buy. There's no prepayment penalty on unsecured. There's no collateral per se. I'm the collateral. And if I decide to not pay the lender back, there's no recourse for you. My credit score gets demolished. I can ruin Chris Scoville, but I can't ruin the equity in the house. And I don't ever have any recourse from you, the contractor. Quick approval and funding. Unsecured is at point of sale. It's typically in 36 seconds. You're going to know if they're approved, denied. And then, of course, with our system, you can ask them to go in their email to see why they were denied. Sometimes it's just fat thumbs. Ideal for smaller projects or customers hesitant about leveraging equity. That's right. Unsecured lending can be used for repairs, replacement, ACV, XYZ, RCV, $2,000 all the way up to $150,000. Now, this says for smaller projects, but what I'm really talking about is if somebody doesn't want to write a check or pay cash and they prefer to have a 12-month same as cash, that can be from $2,000 all the way to $150,000. And that's where there's those promos really, really come in. When you've got that customer that's like this: I don't pay interest for anything, man. I don't need financing. Well, he's the perfect candidate because he's just created an obstacle and objection to say, hey, me either. What do you mean? Well, I got a high credit score. Whenever I borrow money from a lender, I always use the 12-month same as cash and pay it off within 12 months. That's the perfect role play scenario that your sales team are going to kind of get out of this thing that I built for you so they can learn how to handle that with confidence. Secured lending, it will be collateralized on the home. Now, our program that we have, the high loan, goes all the way to an 85% LTV, CLTV, which means this, for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about. If I own a house and I own it free and clear and it's worth $1 million and I want to borrow, I don't know, $350,000 to go do a bunch of home improvement projects. a big remodel or whatever it is, and I borrowed $350,000 from our high loan, I would then be at a 35% LTV. If I owed $500,000 on my home and I wanted $100,000, I did this loan, I would be at a 60% CLTV, combined loan to value. That's right. So with our home improvement loan through Secured, we could do first, second, and third position liens up to an 85% CLTV. If this is all a foreign language to you, good. That means that it's a training opportunity for you to reach out to me so I can help train you on the high loan program better. Okay, good. I don't know. Lower interest rates? Yeah, sure. I saw it on CNN, XBCNN, Fox News Television that rates are lower. Well, we have secured loans and unsecured loans that you can present to the consumer at the point of sale so they can exactly see what the market rates are. So if that's an objection or an obstacle of the person moving forward to you, let them know. Hey, Chris's Roofing has a consumer credit center. We offer unsecured loans and secured loans at the point of sale. So you, Mr. Smith, can make a better buying decision. How does that sound? Soft credit pull, soft credit pull. Let's compare the two and find out what option works best for you. Now, in the sales process, Chris Scoville's Roofing is always going to try to present unsecured lending first. And the reason why is I love control. I want that money to go to Chris Scoville's ACH account. Because remember, in our secured loan, the money goes to the consumer. But I have ways to help you protect that money to get paid to you. So if you haven't been through my go-to-market training session yet, we go over that. We talk, it's an addendum. So if you've got questions on that, make note of that. And we'll talk about that as well down the road. Lower interest rates. Just for a side note, interest rates on the high loan start at 6.55% right now and go all the way up to a 30-year term with a soft credit pull at the point of sale. Just as a side note, and most of the unsecured loans that you'll be getting your customers are about 8.99 to be fair for prime customers. And well, we go all the way down to 600 and we know what those rates look like. But people that have a 600 credit score that get approved don't care about the rate. They care about getting approved. So don't worry about the rate. The rate isn't the objection. It's the payment that we're going for here. Okay, good. Large scale projects. Yeah. I mean, we go all the way up to $400,000 at the point of sale for your renovation remodel stuff and increases the home value. It could increase the home value depending upon what the improvement is that you're doing. So implementing role play into your sales training, look, if you're doing it weekly or I would suggest you do it weekly. I have sales team meetings with my team on Monday just to kind of talk about the market and what's going on. So we do it weekly. If you don't have it, well, start doing it. You're not going to hurt anybody's feelings by help training your team. They're going to be stoked. They're going to sell more. They're going to have more confidence. Scenario variety. Use both unsecured and secured lending scenarios in your sales training because we never know what that customer over there wants. All customers are not created equal. Not all of them have a 750 credit score. He may have a 605. She may have a 755. He may have an 850. This person over here is just begging for an approval. This one's like, I want to see what the market's doing. And this guy up here is going, I don't pay interest for anything. If your team isn't armed to handle A, B, and C, you will lose. We will train your team on exactly how to do that. Okay, scenario variety, use both the secured, unsecured, real world relevance. Talk about what your team is running into out there and use real world scenarios in your training. Make it real. In my training, I always talk about stories stick, stories sell, show, tell, sell. Here's an example. Mr. Smith, we've got a consumer credit center. I'm not sure how you're looking to pay. Do you want to use our money or are you going to be using yours? Some of our clients have really enjoyed the 12-month same as cash because there's no interest on that. But a lot of our customers, inflection, prefer a low monthly payment option with no prepay. Out of those two options, which would suit your needs best? Boom. They're like, wait, what? You got a consumer credit center? You've got 12-month same as cash, low monthly payment options, no prepay. I just heard a lot of words. But if your sales team isn't fluid in that presentation with that confidence, they're never going to offer it. Because if they're uncomfortable, they're scared. And we don't want to be scared. Let's have some fun with us. But best practices, set clear objectives. If you follow my format, cool. If you take my format and make it yours, even cooler. I'm just going to send you the format of what I've created so you can build off of it or use it. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just here to give you the framework because everyone's Chris Britt's market's way different than Miles Natelli, and Stephen Fair's is different than Scott Bell's, and you all sell something different. So my framework might not be perfect. I don't care about perfect. I care about practice. All right. Encourage realistic dialogue, provide constructive feedback. The gamification will hopefully let them have fun with it. So it's a point system, and you'll see when I share that with you. Gamification, feedback, point, scare, rate performance, product knowledge, objection handling, confidence, engagement, and closing techniques. And then we gear up and train them on that. And then if you want to have some more fun, I see, I've got Chuck Toki's shirt on. So Top Rep, which I speak at, they've got this big, huge belt. And at the end of the 2 days, the winner of the point systems, it's a big thing. Like they're all seriously competing for this belt, and it's like a big deal. The award ceremony at the end, last year, a woman got it, and it was like a massive thing. She came up and they gave it to her. So you don't have to have a big, huge belt system. Maybe it's, I don't know, a $50 gift card to a local restaurant for them. Just make it fun for them to compete in the role-playing thing and have a winner, because winners love winners, right? So action steps for sales team: integrate role play into your weekly sales meetings. By the way, this entire training is recorded. It's put into the program training center, and it's also put into school. And I also take this PDF that I'm presenting, and I also take the training guide and I put it all in there for you. So don't take copious notes on this right now. This recording, this PDF, and the framework of the training is all going to be in the program training center. You'll have full access to this. So don't feel like you've had to write all these notes and all this stuff and write this stuff down. You're going to have all of this. Focus on the secured and unsecured. Now, you can also do these frameworks for just sales. So I specialize in financing. It's what I do. So my role play scenarios that I'm providing to you in the framework today are all finance focused. You can also do the same just for sales. Okay, so don't feel like this has to be geared just toward financing. You can also do the same and build the same framework for your just selling of your systems, okay? So let's go take a look at my role play guide that I created, and we'll breeze through this. I'm going to go over here. And Alex, give me a thumbs up if you can see this, yes? All right, cool, good. View, full screen. There we go, cool, better view. Yes? Awesome. Good. Thank you. So this is the guide that I am going to also add to the school and the program training center for your view. It's going to be a PDF that you can go and print off. I start with role play scenarios for unsecured lending. Why? Well, because I always want contractors to present unsecured lending solutions first. If the consumer objects or has an obstacle to unsecured, they may say, and here's a case in point. Hey, Chris, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for talking to me about unsecured loans. But listen, man, we've been watching the news. We hear that the rates are just really low because things have happened. We're going to go down to our credit union and bank, and we're going to call you back. No, you're not. You're gone, baby, gone. You are by Felicia and me. You, sir, I've just given up all the power of the world to. If you go down to the local bank or credit union, I may never hear from you again. You may forget about how handsome my bald head is and my beard is today and hire Chucky in the truck or Tank Doc Tommy. I want to maintain control at the point of sale. So what I want to say to the customers, Mr. Smith, I can completely appreciate that. A lot of our customers nowadays are using the equity of their home. That's why here at Chris's Roofing, we have a consumer credit center. We can help you with your secured loan right here, right now. Scan the QR code. Let's see what your approval looks like. I'm not going to let him go to a bank or a credit union and never see him again. I'm going to maintain control at the point of sale. But I want to always lead with unsecured loans first because I want the control and I want the money to go directly into my ACH account. If and only if does the customer create the obstacle or the objection to say, hey, we're going to our bank or credit union, I call it the bank stopper. Mr. Smith, you don't need to. We can help you out right now through our Consumer Credit Center. That's what we do here. Okay. That's why I lead with the role playing of unsecured first. So, these are the scenarios that I've created for you in the framework. Again, you can use these. You can create your own. This is just a framework for your training in your training center. Emergency repair. Oh, this is a good one. I need to talk to my spouse. Ain't that the truth? I need to talk to her as well. Can we get her on the phone right now? I'm not ready to commit today. So these are the frameworks. I don't like debt. Well, who likes debt? A lot of people like that nowadays. Role play scenarios for secured lending, large scale projects. I'm concerned about the equity. I don't know if I've got equity in my home. Well, fantastic. Our system is a soft credit pull. Matter of fact, we don't even need appraisal. It's done electronically. So I can help cover these objections and obstacles and questions that the consumers may have. We plan to sell soon. Fantastic. There's no prepayment penalty. The loan will be satisfied at the point of sale. And that goes for unsecured as well. That's why in our survey, when we're interviewing the customer on the project, we ask the customer this: Mr. Smith, this is an absolutely beautiful home. Listen, how long are you all planning to stay here? Is this your forever home, or are you going to be moving out to Arizona in a couple years? The reason why I'm asking this in my survey, in my upfront demo or my consultation or my sales presentation, is I want to tie him down to whatever that answer is at the end, right? Well, we're looking to move in 2 years. Fantastic. Our unsecured loan, you could take the loan with you down to Arizona, or you could pay it off with the proceeds of your house. Or if you're selling good, better, and best, he may just want to put good on the house because he wants to list the house and not care. Or he may want to put the best on to increase the value of his home so he can list the house for more. So that's why we ask tie-down questions in our survey. Anyway, back to the scenarios. All of the scenarios are done in here for you. The role play tells you exactly how to build it, from pairing up to selecting the scenario to reviewing the objective, and then let your team role play and have fun with it. Don't have to follow it verbatim. Use the frameworks that I've built for you, switch the roles, and then when they're doing this, we've actually created a scorecard so they can take notes on the actions needed. We want to wait until we save more. Hey, why wait? If we have no money down, 100% financing solutions, our 12-month same as cash can allow us to start the project right now without any money out of the pocket. So we want to wait. We want to be able to have a wait to help them with these objections and these obstacles. That's what these frameworks are. Hey, yeah, I'm interested in financing. Of course, my customer and my body language just went to this. But listen, man, we don't want our credit checked to see if we get approved. Can you believe, Scott, can you believe that there's lenders out there that still do a hard credit pull? What, are you serious? Mr. Smith, I completely agree. I would never apply for financing if they were going to do a hard credit pull. I want to know if I'm pre-approved first. That's why our Consumer Credit Center offers soft credit pull on both unsecured and secured. Let's go see what the rates look like today for you. Does that sound fair? He's going to go, wait a minute, you're saying that I can apply for financing right now and get pre-approved and it's not going to hurt my credit? Yeah, you've got nothing to lose. Or we can always just take your cash, check, credit card, insurance endorsement. I don't care how they pay. I want to give them the options to pay, but I don't want to hurt them. There's lenders out there that we compete against in the marketplace that still do hard credit checks. Can you imagine your customer being how upset they'd be if they applied, they didn't get approved, and you hurt their credit score 5 more points? I'm sorry, but they're going to hold it against you. I'm just telling you straight up. If you came to my house and said, "Hey, it's a $5,000 pergola," and I applied for financing and I didn't get approved because I had challenged credit, and my score went down another 5 or 7 points, I'm probably going to be upset at the contractor, not the lender, because it's the contractor that brought the financing solution to me and told me to apply for financing. Just saying, everything that you have here with us is soft credit pull, unsecured and secured. I know I'm going off the rails here, but I do this for a reason because these are real scenarios. Emergency repair. I need to talk to my spouse. Concerned about interest rates. Mr. Smith, a lot of our customers are concerned with interest rates. Is interest rate a concern to you, or is it the payment or the price? We can tie them down to what the objection is. Because if it really truly is, I don't want to pay interest, fantastic. We have a 12 or an 18-month same as cash that'll work perfect for you. Mr. Now, my next question to him is this. Do you have the ability to pay off this $20,000 loan in 12 months? I'm going to ask that question. Why? Because I care more about the consumer than I do about the sale. If that consumer can't take $20,000 and divide it by 12, am I harming him or am I helping him? Now, it's not my prerogative if he wins the lottery or if he gets tax money back or he has a bonus. But I do want to ask the question because I want to educate him and make sure that if he can't, I might make the suggestion for him just to take a long-term low monthly payment option with no prepay. That way, we're not damaging him if he can't. However, our 12-month or 18-month savings cash rolls over up to a 20-year term. So his payment factor is only 1.46 on the rollover. That's $146 per 10,000, by the way, if we're doing the mathematics. So you're going to lessen payment shock with our programs on the default if he does not make that $20,000 payment within the 12 and the 18. If this is very foreign to you, reach out, because this is what we go over in the go-to-market training sessions that we have for you. Anyway, back to the role play scenarios for secured, unsecured. It's all framework for you. I'm not going to go through all of them. It's just 13 pages that I've created, but here's your role play feedback form with gamification, the sales professional, the role play partner, the scenario, the date, their strengths, what went well, areas of improvement, what could be better, and then the next steps, how to improve on those opportunities. This is like the feedback section that they're giving each other. Okay. And then here's your scoring system, product knowledge, handling of the objection, confidence in delivery. Confidence in delivery is huge. Engagement. How did they look at me? How was the body posturing? And did they close? Did they go for the close? I would probably score horribly on closing. I'm not a good closer. I'm probably a better presenter than I am. My biggest weakness is closing. My biggest strengths are product knowledge, handling objections, extremely well with confidence because I've been doing this for 30 years. Engagement is good. Out of these 5, I'm not a closer. I know my weakness. Donna at our company is a closer. She's super confident. She can close. But I know where my downfalls are. And then here's the gamification point system. And you can take this framework and build it into your system and get yourself like a weekly award and give these team members something to look forward to every week. So anyway, this is the framework. The PDF and everything will be located inside of school and the program training center for you to go and grab, download, and utilize in your business. I will also have I'll also have this deck. I will also have this video. So in school and the program training center, you'll have this video that we did here today. You're going to have the Insider Training Session 13 deck, and you're going to have the framework for your role play scenarios that you can go and grab, take a look at, model them, reframe them to your business in your practice. So let me open this up now. I like to keep this to 30 minutes. I'm staying true. It's 9:29 in the morning out here in Utah. What questions does anybody have? Let's hear what you got.
Chris, I don't have a question. Can I add something?
Please. This is an open forum for other people to learn from other people. So yes, please bring it.
I trained people every single day for 10 years. And one of the best things that you could do is record your sessions.
Yep.
For one, accountability, and 2, for the word tracks or the ideas that you come up with under pressure.
Indeed. So how would Chris Britt over at Howell Roofing record his, I don't know, weekly meetings to make game tape?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
You can go buy a $200 phone in Samsung.
Yep.
And put a 1 terabyte SD card in it and put it on a tripod. And I've got a $3,000 camera in the other room.
Yeah.
Pretty similar video.
Yeah.
Technician, salesperson would never know the difference.
And then where would they house the recording of those sales meetings for future use?
You could put them on a NAS. You could put them on a stored drive. You could put them somewhere that everybody can get to them.
Okay.
that allows, if you want to really lock it down, you would internalize it and put it on some sort of computer that a team could train from.
Yeah, like I think the video might be cool, right? Have it, Chris Britt could have an entire video library
Yep.
of his team meetings. Of course, they'd have to be private, and we wouldn't want
Yep.
anybody to take that and share it out there. But yeah, that's a great idea. There's the guy, Alex Hermosi is very much a dominant source on making sure that you're creating game tape. Because I mean, that's how football teams get better, right?
Some of the best scripting I've come up with has happened under pressure and like, oh, I would have never said that.
Man,
And
yeah,
transcribe it.
what a great, thank you so much for saying this. And this happened to me yesterday. I met with a gentleman from GAF out here in Utah. He's a territory manager, and we just went for a quick meeting down the road, and we're going to be helping a lot of his roofers. His questions that he asked me while we were sitting in this restaurant, I was having a tea because I was freezing. They were so good. And I got in my truck to come home, and I was so ticked off because I wish I would have recorded it. I wish I could have recorded all of his questions that he asked me, because very rarely do I get a lot of really, really good questions. And he was asking, it was weird. I'm like, well, I found out afterward because I called him. I said, hey, thanks for the meeting. It was really great. And I really appreciated all your great questions he asked. I said, because I was bewildered. Where'd you get all the great questions? He goes, Chris, I sold solar for 13 years. He goes, I know everything about kind of selling and financing. He goes, so I knew exactly what to ask you. But yeah, man, it's got to your point. I wish I would have recorded that because it was such a good meeting. And now it's kind of dust for me because I'm 54 years old. I don't really remember all of his questions. But anyway, anybody else have anything they want to throw in here in the mix today?
Can I add a few more things?
Yeah, man. This is open.
Never underestimate the idea of randomness. You could use this with 3x5 index cards, or if there's only six objections, you could roll a die, and it makes you never know what they're going to get. Like, I want to think about it. I don't want to do a hard pull on my credit.
Yep.
It allows for, I'm going to roll a dice. That's the one that I get. That's my objection,
Yep.
and then you could team up with the other person that they do the same. That they don't show you what they're going to say, but this is the order that they're going to give you the objections in.
Yeah, I've got a team that I trained down in Kansas City, and they have an objection ball. So we took a ball and we put numbers on it and we throw it. And when the teammate catches it on that number that they catch is the role playing pitch. So to your point, you can have so much fun. And really, the idea of this meeting today was to build the framework, give you the ideas for unsecured and secured, give you great starting points, but feel free to adapt this to your business, your needs, your objections, your obstacles that you see in your marketplace to help your team become better at handling those. Yeah. Let me check chat out here before I let everybody get back to work and make sure I didn't miss anything. Good stuff. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate you. I have a background in mental health therapy, did some similar, training sessions, University Kept Library. Awesome. Thank you, Megan. Otter.ai is $12 a month. Cool. This could be helpful for you. And amen. Thank you so much for that. Does anybody else have any words of wisdom or want to share or talk about anything in open forum here before we get back to work?
Chris, can I give some metrics?
Yeah.
I did this every single day, 5 days a week. And if you can get your team in on a Monday, I know it's the toughest day to bring people in, but you bring the people in who are struggling the most on a Monday and the people who are struggling the least on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and you get them their hours, in an in-demand service like heating and air or plumbing,
Yep.
or even roofing, your most expensive leads are the ones that are coming on the weekend. And you got somebody who just spent the weekend watching football, soccer, hockey, volleyball, and they're not prepared to deal with that most expensive lead.
Yeah.
And they're practicing for the first 4 hours on your dime.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good point. We have our team meetings on Mondays because, people get a little cloudy on the weekends. I don't know what they do, but they get a little cloudy. So I like to do the Monday morning pick me up, educational. I like the Monday mornings as well. So thanks for the metrics on that. Awesome. All right, everybody. As promised, I like to keep these at about 30 minutes. This is awesome. I'm blessed. I'm so thankful that you're here. This recording and all the information we went over and all the PDF and all the stuff that you need to build your frameworks out are going to be located over in school and the program training center. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next Wednesday on the Insider Training calls. Bye now.